The Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri, narrated by Joe Phoenix. Hell or the Inferno. Canto 1. In the midway of this, our mortal life, I found me in a gloomy wood, astray, gone from the path directed, and e'en to tell it were no easy task. How savage wild that forest, how robust and rough it grow, which to remember only my dismay renews in bitterness not far from death. Yet to discourse of what there good befell, all else will I relate discovered there. How first I entered, its scars can I say, such sleepy dullness in that instant weighed my senses down, when the true path I left, but when a mountain's foot I reached, where close the valley had pierced my heart with dread. I looked aloft and saw his shoulders abroad ready, vested with planet's beam, who leads all wanderers safe through every way. Then was a little respite to fear, that in my heart's recess deep had lain all of that night so pitifully past, as a man with difficult short breath, forespent with toiling scaped from sea to shore, turns to the perilous wide waste and stand. At gaze e'en my spirit that yet filled struggling with terror, turned to view the straits that none hath passed, and live my weary frame, after short pause recomforted again. I journeyed on over the lonely steep, the hinder foot still firmer. Scarce the ascent began, when lo, a panther, nimble, light, and covered with a speckled skin appeared, nor when it saw me, vanished, rather strove to check on my onward going, that oftentimes with purpose to retrace my steps I turned. The hour was morning prime, and on its way a loft sun ascended, with those stars that with him rose when love divine first moved, those it fair works, so that with joyous hope all things conspired to fill me. The gay skin of that swift animal, the matin down, and the sweet season. Soon that joy was chastened, and by new dread succeeded, when in view a lion came against me, as it appeared, with his head aloft and hunger mad, that e'en was fear struck. A she-wolf was at his heels, who in her leanness seemed full of all wants, and many a land hath disconsolate ere now. She with such fear overwhelmed me. At the sight of her appall.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?